Todd Hoefler with Drop the Spotlight. I am here with Tyler Esposito. He actually has a YouTube channel called My Retro Life. What is that about?
My Retro Life is basically a love letter to the old school video games that we grew up with. Nintendo, Sega, mostly 90s stuff. And basically what I've done is I've taken all the old home movies from my youth, from my childhood, that my dad recorded. And there's hundreds of hours of it, hundreds. And I've combed through it, and I do a series where I basically tell the old school stories of growing up with video games back in those days. And it's kind of like the Wonder Years, or kind of like the Goldbergs.
Yeah.
I narrate over it, and I kind of, just tell these old school stories. So many cool things were captured on tape, like console launches. And so if you're a big fan of like retro gaming or nostalgia, there's something for you on the channel for sure.
It's awesome. You have like a favorite retro video game of all time?
Favorite retro game? I always tell people Mega Man 2. Mega Man 2 is the one that I always go back to, and it was my favorite game. I got it. I actually have footage of getting it when I was a little kid, and it's the game that I feel like made me become a gamer.
Nice.
Like that's the game I go back to, Mega Man 2. Yep.
Favorite console?
Favorite console is probably Sega Genesis, though. I just have so many great memories, because not only the Sega Genesis, but the Sega CD that came out with it, and the 32X, which a lot of people don't like, but I liked it. Sega Genesis, that was where we really started just loving gaming all together. Like, we wanted to soak up every bit of it. Yeah.
The one retro game that you wish would come back?
That's a good question. I always was a big fan of the Sega Genesis game Ristar, or Restar, and it was a character that was developed by some of the people involved with Sonic the Hedgehog. Came out late on the Sega Genesis, like in '95, something like that. And it didn't really sell that well, but man, is it a cult classic. Like, people think that game is beautiful. It is beautiful. It's really incredible. I don't know what's going on back there. They agree. Ristar is amazing. I would love to see a reboot of Ristar. Yeah.
Definitely for me, I would love for them to bring Gex back.
Which one?
Gex.
Gex was great. Gex should come back. He was like a very viable character. A lot of great games, I don't know why he hadn't come back.
He had a lot of great TV references too, you know?
Yeah. I think he was voiced by Rob Paulson at one point.
Yeah.
The guy who did Raphael on Ninja Turtles.
I met that guy. That guy is amazing.
He is so talented. He did Yakko Warner on Animaniacs. Yeah, he's really, I've never met him. I would love to meet him one day.
Oh yeah, he's responsible for my love in Turtles, Ninja Turtles, and stuff like that. Yeah. So yeah, he's definitely well worth meeting.
Yeah.
Least favorite video game of all time?
Least favorite video game of all time. It's so funny. I always kind of drift back to this one. I'm sure there are worse games, but there's a game that infuriated me as a kid called Awesome Possum on the Sega Genesis. And it was one of these like eco-friendly kind of 90s corporate characters, Awesome Possum, and he was about cleaning up the environment and fighting. It was a ripoff of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Of course.
And he's running around trying to stop the evil Machino. Instead of Robotnik, it was Machino or something like that. Terrible game. So bad. The gameplay's bad. The gameplay's choppy. And it's just it's kind of like insulting to your intelligence. It's one of those games where it's just a corporate hack of a game. And I hate that game.
So where can they find you on YouTube?
You can find me, if you just search My Retro Life on YouTube, you'll find the channel. Yep.
Awesome. So you hear it, search My Retro Life on YouTube. Yep. Give them likes, give them support, comments, and show them some love.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. This is Todd Hoefler with Drop the Spotlight, and we'll see you at the cons.